Slight delay. I had to turn off the copyrighted NFL broadcast on the TV behind me, we can't have that on while we on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Montel Allen's in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, team no sleep. It's early September. Football is here. Them boys is playing. Them birds are playing. How you feel, brother? Football season has started. How you feeling?
Yeah, you know me, man. I'm more college guy, but the pro, I'm glad it's kicking off. I'm glad all the fantasy football players can be happy now, getting a good start. But I mean, it should be a great season, man. There's a lot of stuff going on around the NFL early, right? With trading Michael Parsons,
And he not
all
even
the other
playing.
stuff. Yeah, all this other stuff that's kind of going on with a lot of players. Amari Cooper just retired today. Officially retired. Said he ain't got the desire no more.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on for a lot of people and a lot of fans and a lot of placement rosters. And to be honest with you, man, I used to follow really fanatically, and I don't follow it as much anymore. I really like college ball because I think it's a little more pure, but it's getting just as corrupted now with all this other stuff, and even high school. And we'll talk about it a little bit later. But Bishop Montgomery, we'll talk about Bishop Montgomery High School. What happened there?
Okay. I was going to talk about college, FSU, the fact that Alabama is just not Alabama without Nick Saban. But
I disagree.
they didn't win.
They didn't win, but I disagree. I think the law averages caught up, man. How long can you be on top before you start falling off? And NIL's played a big part in that. And we can talk about that. NIL is transcended where Alabama used to be the hotbed of getting talent, whether Nick Saban is there is not, to now when NIL comes, you can't no longer lure. Who's going to Tuscaloosa over going to Texas A&M? Texas A&M is offering $2 million in Tuscaloosa. Alabama can only offer you $500,000. I mean, it doesn't add up, man. And I think that part, and that's why Nick Saban got out what he could, because he knew he could not compete financially on the NIL level to attract those players to be able to stay competitive on top.
In his location, but Belichick has 70 new players on his squad. Didn't do him well game one. Didn't do him well in game one. They started out hot.
No, but it's not that. It's not that, man. I think Belichick is going to realize that college football is a lot different than pro. Because pro, you can buy who you want, right, at the right price. You can get those people in, and you can cater your roster the way you want to. He has 7 new players, but a lot of those players are from Division I AA that came to his roster in order to get an opportunity in play, because he lost a lot of players when they came. So 7 new players. I mean, there was a mad exodus, and then he went in there and got whoever he could out of the portal that he thought was worth something to be able to come there and play. I mean, are we judging Bill Belichick by one game?
That's no. I think I'm judging Bill Belichick, and shout out, I see everybody coming through in the comments. I'm judging Bill Belichick by the fact that he had his young lady out there on the sideline mid-game while they were losing. Like, come on, you stay up in the stands while we trying to play this game, while we trying to do this thing. But
I agree that he needs to get some control of that. But I mean, as far as X's and O's, man, Bill Belichick is one of the best to do it. And now people they're bashing him. Oh, he's not this, he's not that. Look at the talent that he has around him. You give Bill Belichick one of those Alabama rosters or one of those Florida State rosters and watch what he can do. Until he can get to that point, man, we got to be patient. And I don't understand why everybody's bashing him so hard. I know Deion put up a better stand his first game, but Deion also had better talent.
Yes.
When he did. Yeah. Deion also had his 2 sons who were good that would come up that made their way. He also had Travis Hunter, who was arguably the best player and Heisman Trophy winner eventually. So, yeah, Deion had a better outlet because he had better talent. I think Bill Belichick's going to take time to build. It's going to take him time to build some talent in North Carolina. And let's be honest with you, North Carolina's not a hotbed for football talent. It's not like it's always going to be.
It's not great. Basketball. Yeah,
that's basketball talent. So everyone's jumping on, judging him and crucifying him already. Give the man a little bit of time, man. The greatest football mind, or one of the greatest football minds we've ever seen. Give him a little bit more time to be able to get enough of that culture together, and then watch what happens.
You're a good man. I'm even looking at the schedule. They're gonna be all right.
They're gonna be all right.
They're gonna be all right. But TCU,
I mean, I don't know if they'll be bowl eligible. But let's be honest with you. If they go 4-6 or 4-7, that's okay, because guess what? He's gonna have something to build off of the following year to come up. And remember, they're not waiving Belichick. His contract His wave clause is way too much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's there to stay. The bottom line is, can people be patient enough for him to get? I think they want an instant coffee, man. They want an instant gratification. Bill
Okay.
Belichick's there. We're gonna win the national championship. It doesn't work that way in college because remember, you got to play with what you got. You can go out
Literally.
and steal for all you want and try to buy players, but when you don't, I mean, granted, he has backing with Michael Jordan and the Jordan brand and other people
Mm-hmm.
to be able to
Jordan
get
was
some
in the
more
building.
financial NIL.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to start build. You got to build your product before that can even happen, and it's going to take a little bit of while for him to get his stuff going. And I do believe at the end of the day, he'll be fine or he'll leave the game. Bill Belichick is going to be perfectly fine in North Carolina.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. See that I was trying to throw some shade. You pulled the wool over my eye. Okay. That's all good. I love that. Who was that school that you wanted to talk about? I just want to make sure I get that tease out there.
Look him up, Bishop Montgomery.
Bishop
It's a
Montgomery.
high school in LA that a lot of stuff has been going on there. Actually, I think they just canceled their program
Okay.
for the year.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But talking about football, talking about NFL game going on literally right now. Started out. I don't know if anybody's watching. I know Marvin's probably watching if he's not at work. Talking about fly Eagles fly. But first play, kickoff. Yeah, we got players hurt. First play. So before they even played a down from scrimmage, we got a skirmish going on. We got some jawing going on, and we had Jalen Carter, defensive tackle from the Eagles, spit on Dak Prescott. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't spit on no grown man. Jalen Carter got kicked out. He got ejected from the game. And if that action costs Philadelphia the game, that's going to be a hard conversation back in the locker room tonight. Come on, man.
Yes.
I tell you, come on. You can't spit on a grown man like that.
You know, and I'm gonna keep it real with all y'all. It happens more often in football than you think. That's number one. It does happen more in football than you think. Number two, that is very disrespectful, especially coming out in the first part of the game and going that way and jawing and everything. I believe he's going to be heavily fined by the team. Maybe not but he's already got ejected, so that's something. He'll be heavily fined by the Eagles and probably forced to make some type of press conference apology, saying got the best of himself, or he won't do the apology and he'll pay that fine too. I don't know what he's going to do. But I mean, to be honest, that should give motivation for Dallas. It should give motivation for Dallas, saying, "Hey, you disrespect our quarterback." They should be playing lights out right now, as hard as they possibly can, to hopefully win this game. I don't see it. I don't think they could be. I don't think they got enough talent to beat Philly with Michael Parsons or without. I don't think they had enough talent to beat Philly. But they should be at the top of the game, fired up and pissed off. And Dak Prescott should be the most upset out of all of them, ready to rock and roll and go. And then let the game play itself on out. But I mean,
well, it's
that's something
interesting.
the NFL and this team would take.
Well, it's an interesting game because it's 21-17 Philadelphia right now. So Dallas is keeping up.
Yeah.
And that's par for the course because that's what typically happens. Then they start falling apart. So again, if your leader behind center, Dak Prescott, now has a chip on his shoulder, mad at Mr. Carter, this could turn into something pretty interesting. So,
hey man, you just want to go 1-0. That's it, 1-0. Win this one, and we'll worry about next week later on. I think that's what Dallas focus should be. Let's just win this. Because if we win this one, we got a game up on Philly. We don't know what Washington's going to do, but we're already in front of the standings to get us to the playoffs. This will be a nice steal for them, and hopefully it motivates Dak just to play with a chip on his shoulder all the way throughout the year. The season.
Oh man, if they can get the win tonight after Philadelphia raised the banner tonight, oh man,
if Parsons is gone,
Dak,
this happens to Dak, and he has a big game and they win. This is a big momentum boost for Dallas, and it just makes Jerry Jones look like a freaking genius at that point, right? Like, I told you when they need him, we were still going to win. I don't mind that. That's fine. It's his team. He should be able to do what he want to do with it. But man, I don't care who wins. I don't think they're good enough to beat Philly. But I mean, I hope Dak can pull something off, pull something out of his sleeve, just for the fact that man spit on him. He ain't need to do all that.
Yeah, come on, man. Jalen Carter knows better than that. One of the best tackles in the game. So it's just selfish, disgusting, and he gonna have he gonna be a little light in the wallet in
Yeah,
about
he gonna be
24
like
hours.
that check on Tuesday gonna be real light. He gets, it ain't gonna be used that direct deposit. Ain't gonna look the same this week. So
Yeah.
he'll be all right. I mean, he'll bounce back from it. He'll
Oh
learn
yeah.
from his lesson. I'm pretty sure the D line coach and the head coach is probably in his butt right now, or
Mm-hmm.
was in his butt earlier, going, I can't believe he did this. Look how much you put us in this.
Mm,
Because that throws off your whole defensive scheme, right?
it
If you don't
does. It
have,
does.
granted, for the backup D tackle that's coming in playing, that's great for him, but it throws off all your screen, your rotations, and everything for your D line since he's not going to be there. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Again, 21-17 right now, getting ready to go into halftime. So I just know the team is about to tear him up. They about to
Oh,
go in the locker room and have some words. There gonna be some furniture
they ain't gonna
moving.
say nothing to him. They won't say nothing to him. Who gonna say something is when the assistant GM or the player personnel manager gonna pull him to the side and have a real loud talk with him somewhere in the corner of the locker room saying, "I can't believe you did this," and
To
then don't
us.
believe the D line coach or the defensive coordinator don't get in that conversation as well.
We'll see. We will see. Marvin, I know you holding on to hope. See if it still works out for him. He's probably at work. Instead of paying attention on the job, he's watching the game. But
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
ain't nothing wrong with
Good
that,
for
right?
Boss. Yeah,
So let's stay NFL for a minute, and we'll go talk about Shannon Sharpe. We'll
yeah.
go talk about Ray Lewis. Uh, there was some things said, and it was crazy. And the reason I'm slow and I'm hesitant on this, I think you and I have said this before as well, right? You make content that is kind of below the line or at the line that's just noise. That's not quality content, and I don't know what quality is. Well, from his perspective, I don't know what quality is. I know what quality is from our perspective, but um, Ray Lewis said, "Man, something happened to Shannon. Started chasing them dollars and started going down a whole different route. Started drinking. I mean, this is what Ray was saying,
Mm-hmm,
right? Started
mm-hmm.
drinking and then started going in a whole different direction. And now look at him. He then got fired from ESPN. He's out there with all these sexual assault allegations and things of that nature. Um, your thoughts on what Ray Allen said, and do you think it
Ray
was
Lewis.
accurate? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what I say? Well,
Ray
I know
Allen.
you know Ray Allen probably said something too, but what Ray Lewis said. But your thoughts on that whole dialogue and diatribe, and then Shannon's response to
Yeah.
what Ray said.
I think Ray Lewis was 100% wrong. And I'll tell you why I think he was wrong. I believe Shannon Sharpe supported him when he was going through his murder trial, his murder case from the Super Bowl.
Mm.
And never casted a stone at that point at him. So while all of a sudden now we're here 20, 30 years later that you feel you have the right to cast a stone at him. All you had to say is, happy for his success. I don't agree with everything he says, but you know what? I'm proud of him. Keep doing what you got to do. All the other stuff was just rhetoric, just throwing shots at him, which I don't know why. Um, and let's be honest with you, Shannon Sharpe, whether you agree with him, like him, whatever, he's very great. He's very great is what he does. In my opinion, he's very great at what he does. He has a captive audience, and his spectrum has grown. And remember, he's more popular now as Shannon Sharpe, the podcaster, than he was ever
Hmm.
playing football. So he's made a niche for himself. To me, it sounded like Ray is jealous. I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds like you
Wow.
jealous of that he's made a life after football profitable, great, and you, the greatest linebacker to ever played, or arguably one of the greatest linebackers plays, hasn't been able to transition that second part of your life into something of that success. So to me, it sounds like shots of jealousy because I don't know if a person was there for me when I was in my lowest moment or was supporting me in my lowest moment, even if he's just saying a prayer for me in
Yeah.
my lowest moment, I'm not going to sit down and take a shot at him because he's doing something that I'm not able to do, and even if I don't agree with it, he ain't killing nobody, he ain't hurting nobody. He's just interviewing people, and his content is not very, very bad at all. I don't believe it's very bad at all. I think he interviews an array of people, and he lets them
It's
open
it,
up.
it's just the conversation
Yeah.
that comes out. But
Shannon's 54, 55 years old. Why can't the man have a drink on this thing? Why can't he be? How come he can't sponsor his own alcohol beverage and promote it out
I'm
there?
looking forward trying to get it myself.
Yeah, and promoting Hennessy. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it because you don't say the thing is wrong with it when Other people do it. I don't see you critiquing everybody else's podcast to do it. I seen even Joe Rogan used to, I think, he had beer or something he used to promote on his. So why are you not commenting on Joe Rogan's and all that, but you want to throw a shot at Shannon because he's doing what he's doing, man? Like I said, to me, it sounded like some jealousy. I could be 100% off. I could be, but I don't think so. I just thought it was unfair comments, man. It was unwarranted at that point.
The fact that you brought up about, and I'm not sure a whole bunch of folks, a whole bunch of new people remember Ray Lewis and the murder trial, right?
Yeah.
Look it up. We don't have to. I'm not gonna go into it in detail, but go ahead and Google Ray Lewis back in the day, and he says it was didn't go down the way that it went down in the news and all that. But yeah, a lot of folks were behind him and supporting him in that, and it is kind of interesting that one is wildly popular, one lost $50 million because he got fired from ESPN, but he's still keeping the lights on and the ends are
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And let's be honest with you, he has a whole new following. We can even keep it even more real. Shannon Sharpe is way more popular than Ray Lewis amongst the young people.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Extremely more popular.
Yeah.
Extremely more
Everyone
popular.
knows.
So
Everyone knows Shay Shay. Everybody
everybody
knows.
knows Club Shay Shay. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows he does these candid interviews. Everybody knows he interviews everybody from black comedians to black actors to black hip hop artists to athletes and so on and so on down the line. And he's very good at what he does. They can argue that he's very good at what he does and he draws a lot of ratings. Why would you bash a man for doing that? He didn't say I've never seen him say one bad word about Ray Lewis. Even when he responded, he didn't say nothing bad about Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
He just says that.
Let the record speak for itself. Yeah, he pretty much said, look at the receipts.
Yeah. And you why you casted the stone now? No one casted a stone before. Like when you was going through all your stuff, myself as your teammate, as a person in the NFL, I was there for you, and I'm riding with you. Like I said, even if you just saying a prayer, we became teammates in Baltimore. We won a Super Bowl together. Why are you bashing me now? What's the problem at this point? Like, even if you don't agree with what I'm doing, if it's not wrong or illegal, then
why put that
problem?
energy out there, right? Why say something on someone else's show online, even if the question is brought up, right? Just talk around it or don't talk specifically to it like that. Why put negative energy out there?
And let's be real, two grown men that they basically veterans in the league together. They've had some type of friendship together. If you don't agree with his content, why give somebody else those clicks instead of going to Shannon show and having a talk with him on there and saying, brother, I don't agree with what you're doing, man. I don't understand why you're doing this, and have that conversation and let y'all both prosper off of it. Why you gonna give it to somebody else's audience to them to have that? Now we're talking about it and everybody else is talking about how he doesn't like what Shannon's doing. And I'll be like, Shannon, that's fine. You literally don't have to like what I'm doing. You don't have to respect what I'm doing, but I'm doing what I'm doing and the ends are meeting. And it's not illegal. It's not a problem. It's entertaining to a lot of people. And let's get it all the way not twisted. I'm very good at my craft, which he is.
He's got a great team behind him that compiles some good. Listen, I saw him talking about it before a couple of interviews after the Cat Williams one. Yeah, his team goes and does the research. They do what they need to do. I've even tried to liken some of the things we do here at Team No Sleep just around the production side. So I mean, he's breaking boundaries, making things happen, and it's a shame, like Marvin is saying, right, putting his brother down to try to pull himself up. Man, Montel, I would never. Just let it be known right now, brother. I wouldn't do you like that. I'm not gonna put you.
Hey man, the feelings likewise, man. I just don't think it's almost like that crab in the barrel syndrome, man.
Yes.
You got to pull a brother down. You don't need to pull him down, man. You can boast him up, or if you want to, go on this platform and have that conversation with him, which would have been a lot more entertaining, right? It would have been very entertaining for them to have that conversation. Why you disagree or why you don't like what I'm doing. And Shannon's pretty open. He'll talk to me. He's pretty good at talking. Yeah. Why don't you like what I'm doing and blah, blah, blah. And have that dialect there. And you guys, we boast each other's businesses or each other's platforms rather than going on somebody else's platform and throwing shade at somebody. I just don't think that was the right thing to do for Ray Lewis, especially when they were teammates and friends at one point.
Do you think that conversation will ever happen? Do you think that Ray Lewis, Janice Sharpe will talk before LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith.
Yes, they'll talk before them, but I don't think it's going to be a healthy conversation.
Okay.
Because I think now that you did that, I think Shannon's like, why would I give you any shine anyway? Like,
Mm.
why would I do that? Why would I allow you to come on my platform to boast yourself and be big up, even though we're having a conversation on why you don't like it? Why would I do that to help you out? Because I really don't need you. I don't. You would need me more than I need you as far as the boast your image and put yourself in a different light. I don't need that. I can ignore it and keep it moving. So I mean, I don't think people understand in this podcast game. Shannon has not only got Club Shay Shay, but he has that after hours effect with after night with Ocho, and then he
Mm-hmm.
does the Monday night. They know after football games they discuss football and all that stuff with other people. The dude's got 3 hit podcast things going on, and a lot of people tune in, and a lot of people like what he's saying and what they're doing as far as that's concerned. I just don't know why you have to down. You don't have to down somebody in order to get in order to get put on. I just don't believe in that philosophy.
He may have lost $50 million, or I don't know what the number was, by losing the job at ESPN. But like I say, the ends are meeting, and he's doing all right. And
Why? Like Shannon said, why you counting my checks? Why you counting my receipts, man? That should be none of your business. And it should have been the other way. I'd have been like, it's a shame that ESPN didn't support their employees, and they're gonna cut them from his, cut them based on now. We felt that was unwarranted. It wasn't even the situation what it like it was supposed to be. It was actually not there, but they cut ties fast for them anyway. I think it's a shame on them, and I'd have been like, I hope he goes back to Fox. That's what my conversation would have been.
ooh,
Hope he goes back to Fox.
not with Skip though.
No, go back with Skip. That reunite. How many people would watch it if Skip
That
got
would
back
be
there?
some must see TV.
Exactly.
I'm not a Skip Bayless dude though. I mean,
Me neither, but I mean, I would watch that show if
yeah,
they brought it back together again. You know,
we over here trying to do some matchmaking, put these old school couples back together. Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharpe. We trying to get LeBron to talk to what's his name? The dude I don't like.
Stephen
Oh yeah,
A.
Stephen A. Man, I can't stand Stephen A. Smith. God, whew.
So you
I'm
wouldn't sit down
sorry.
and have a conversation with him? You wouldn't go on
No,
that show?
every time I see him walk, like he think he is the one that is, everybody in the arena came to see him. No, no,
Man,
no.
we talking about his skill set on the mic and what he does. The only thing I don't like about him is he thinks because he speaks the loudest is
Yeah,
he's
he's
always right.
too loud, brother. Always, why you mad all the time? You gotta be yelling.
But he does make some. A lot of times he makes some good points. I believe.
You got to do something good for your 100 million. Right? Shannon had 50 million. You got 100 million. You got to be doing something right. So
Yeah, I
I'm not.
mean, look, if we're gonna talk about Stephen A. Smith, he is opening the doors for a lot of cats to get on. I mean, Brian Clark is now on ESPN.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true.
He opened the door for my man Cam Newton to be on there, and Cam Newton, man,
Cam
shout out to
Newton
Cam Newton doing some
killing it.
as unorthodox as he is, and as sometimes as crazy as conversation as the outfits are because they take away some of the attention you do. The stuff he's trying to do with HBCUs, making
Yes.
HBCU Thursday, making ESPN do game days at HBCUs to shine light on them and shine light on those players, man, is something that needs to be done. And he's spearheading that, so I really do think that's a really good thing for
Yeah.
sports.
Well, in HBCU, think about. So, did you see before the game at Norfolk State how Cam came out with the whole band and with the whole, the entourage and bringing up the energy, and then Stephen A. come out acting like he the starting quarterback, acting like he QB1.
Well, he got to be there, man, and kind of do the shining. No, I'm not mad at that because it's bringing light on what needs to be shined on, which is HBCUs.
You're a
and
better man than me. Okay, see, there you go.
It does. I mean, we can't nitpick when we're looking at the bigger cause. I think the thing they're trying to do is bring a lot of light
Yeah.
to HBCUs, a lot more investment in there, a lot more opening the doors of more HBCUs and more programs. Football obviously is the one that they've struggled for years with facilities and stuff like that. Now money's starting to be shined on them, and what better money than to get TV money? With those universities and get a lot more popularity. And if it takes him strutting like he's the starting quarterback to do that, I salute the brother. Go ahead, keep doing it, keep strutting, because they need it.
I'm just gonna be quiet. We gonna agree to
Agree to disagree.
agree to
Yeah.
disagree. Y'all tell me how you feel. I see folks out there on multiple channels. I'm not throwing shade. I'm being funny. I'm being facetious. But I do as well appreciate everybody out there doing something good, right?
Mhm.
And he's doing good. He's doing again $100 million. He's doing something good.
Do something right.
He's doing something right. Uh, let's stay on football real quick and let's talk about this one spot that's in your neck of the woods. Bishop Montgomery High School. What's
Yeah,
going
man.
on? What? Here we go again, right? Another high school that's what is it? Running out of funds because of
They figured out a way. They were paying their players, from what I understand.
decision came after a booster admitted to have paid parents of players before helping the Bishop Montgomery program in recent months, according to
Yeah,
and high school players.
yeah.
Does that
So
warrant closing the whole season though?
yeah, I mean that's what I struggle with. Is there whether the kids have to suffer for the
Yeah.
wrongdoings of a booster and parents, but CIF obviously feels that they need to set the tone so this doesn't happen again. So they suspended. I think they suspended the whole season, and they're talking
Yeah.
about maybe suspending next year. And they fired the coach from doing it. They said the coach knew. Um, this is tough, man. This is tough
Everybody.
because
So everybody's being affected because here, check this out. It's unclear if players on the team are even eligible to transfer to another school for the season.
yeah, yeah, they can't. Not now. They can't transfer. No,
Wow.
if you transfer, you still got to sit out. So, um, man, it's crazy. But you can't kill the messenger. This is the
Okay.
indicative of what's happening in college football right now. It's no different. Boosters are coming in, people are coming in, they're paying the players for them to come here and do that. This person took that model and took it to the high school level. Um, is this going to start to become the norm? It's not far off, I can tell you that. Especially for these big private schools and people that got a lot of money, these rich schools. They want a winning program. People are wanting to pull out a checkbook and cut some checks in order to get the players they want. And now it's not at the NFL level no more. It's not just college no more. Now it's trickling down to the powerhouses in high school.
I'm actually just
So
surprised that it happened first in Southern Cal instead of something like a Texas, right? Where
who says it's not
high
happening in
school
Texas?
football. Uh
You,
oh.
you you mean nobody got caught yet in
Uh
Texas
oh.
doing it? That's what
Pardon
it
me.
is. Bishop Montgomery's the first one to get caught. They're not the
Yeah.
first ones to do it.
Uh,
That's what it is. So don't believe it like people aren't getting paid under the table. Don't believe in all that. Yes, they are. Kids get paid all the time to do these things, or parents are getting paid. It used to not really affect high school as much. Now it's very much affecting high school. I think,
mm,
but more so college. High schools. There's a lot of them out there. A lot of people. How many times have I echoed? I personally believe traditional high school football will be gone pretty soon. It's going to become a club sport, and now you're going to be able to pay players or do whatever you want to have these mega club teams to play all across the country in high school. I just think we're going to end up being at that point. It's sometime somewhere in the near future. I believe it's going to be that way.
so the AAU model is going
Yes.
to trickle down to the high school level. What's going to stop it from getting down to the even younger than that?
It does nothing stops it. Well, we already got it. We got Pop Warner. We got all these AAU sports, so those are already there.
Man,
Football is the last one that's kind of you can't do it because it's very big. It's big, right? It's a lot of people that's involved. It's kind of a bigger program because you usually have anywhere from 30 to 60 to 70 players.
yeah.
Lot more moving parts. But I believe if there's a model, if someone comes up with a model and can fund it, it's going to happen. There was a gentleman I forgot. Me and Burt Grossman. Shout out to Burt Grossman
Hmm.
for the strike force. We were talking about it, and there was a person that was really trying to come into California, and he was going to set up these club teams all across the state of California, and then some in Texas, and some in Georgia, and some in other states. And basically, the funding was going to go to these teams. Instead of playing for your high school team, you would play for this team, and they would travel. You would travel and play. So basically, it would be LA's All Stars going against the Texas All Stars this week. And he said the reason why they wanted to do that, can you imagine? Because ESPN would pick up that contract
In a
as a
minute,
high school sport.
ESPN one, not ESPN
Yeah,
Ocho.
they
That
would
would
be on
be
primetime ESPN. So you got to think the stars of Georgia would be playing the stars of San Diego, and you would have basically 10 teams, but they would match up every week, and those would be games of the week because the top players in that county or that area would be playing.
I'd pay for that. Probably not
Right.
right. Probably not legal.
The model was actually pretty ingenious for high school, and it taps them in a market where it's kind of untapped, and basically you would relinquish your rights to play at the high school level, but you're playing at this club level, and they would just have open trials to whoever make this club level go. But they would pay you a stipend, and you would be able to fly. You're going to fly and play in these big stadiums and high school stadiums, and so on and so on, and rock out. And they say iron sharpens iron, so that was the best way to do it at the high school level. There's nothing from stopping to doing it. It's just somebody funding it. It can happen, right? It can happen tomorrow if someone really wanted it to happen. So it's pretty ingenious. So again, Bishop Montgomery, not the first to do it, just the first one to get caught.
First one to get caught. And the money man being interviewed, so talking about it as well. So Brett Stye, hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but is the man behind the decisions here. Golly.
Yeah, man. It's the only part I feel bad about the whole situation is those kids don't get an opportunity to play.
The ones that weren't caught up into this, and now they gotta.
Yeah. Well, even the ones that were caught up in it. I mean, as you as a child, do you know every decision your parents makes? Do you know every bit of the check that your parent comes in? You don't know what he discussed with their parents, and it may trickle down to you, and it may not. So if it never trickled down to you, you don't know. You're just there to go play football for a team that's supposed to be a powerhouse, and all of a sudden that's gone. He may not have known anything about the money. So it's sad that they don't get to play, and especially those seniors. Like, you don't get senior film now. So who's going to recruit you without senior film? CIF is basically taking away their future, and I wouldn't surprise me if they do a counter lawsuit. Like, hey, you're taking away my future by taking away my season.
Because they all think they're gonna make it. Yeah, they all think they're gonna make it to D1 or wherever, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And now I can't get an opportunity to play Division I ball. You're messing up my NIL money, which could be possibly anywhere from $300,000 to $1 million.
Yeah,
you're messing up XYZ. You're messing up my future and my future earnings possibly to the NFL if I make it there. CIF is about to be in for a fight if one of those people decide to get a lawyer. Because I don't see what premise they can say they can win. Oh, well, your parents broke the rules. What does that got to do with my future? There's nothing in the CIF rule book that says if my parents take money that I can't play this year. Nothing. So tell me, with your judgment, you just jeopardized my future. Why? Okay, I see you fired the coach because he broke the rules. I see you got rid of the booster because you broke those rules. What does that got to do with taking away my future?
Yep. I can get up on the stand and say I didn't know anything about it, just like you said, right? No, they gave the money straight to my father.
Yeah, I didn't know my pops was taking money from there for me to go here. He just told me I was going here.
Yeah,
I listened to my parents. So
I didn't know what the money was.
I believe if there's a slick lawyer out there, somebody, they're gonna battle CIF, and CIF they don't got that kind of money to deal with that. But I mean, to get the program reinstated, I would. That's what I would do. I'd get a lawyer and say, okay, let's go, and show me where it says that my parents took money that I can't play. If I knowing that they gave money or they gave me money, my marriage is different. But if I don't know, how are you taking away my right to play in my possible future earnings? I was getting looked at by XYZ school, and I got receipts saying it because these coaches contacted me.
I was going to say,
you know what I mean?
I got the email receipts, and I got all of my records, and I'm sure that line isn't written in anyone's contract. No one knows.
Yep. So,
wow. We will see. We'll keep watching this one, though. We'll keep watching.
This will be deep, man.
It's gonna turn ugly.
If you think about it, you start pulling back.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing right now. This is gonna turn pretty ugly.
It's gonna turn super ugly. And like I said, they're just the first ones to get caught. I wouldn't doubt if there's a school in Florida doing it. I wouldn't doubt if there's a school in Texas doing it. I mean, it brings me back to like the thing with the quarterback coach or the coach that was in Florida. They got in trouble for paying for his players' uniforms and going to camps and stuff like that. I forgot the ex-NFL dude. He's not playing back in the league. I forgot his name. Anyway, so fired the coach. They suspended him.
Mm-hmm.
Good. But you don't make the kids suffer because somebody's doing something nice for them or they're paying something for them that they can't normally afford. Right? You don't do that. Same thing in this one. Because my parents took money, you're taking away my avenue to be able to play. Why? I didn't know they took money. I don't know. All I know is my dad said, "We got an apartment. You living with me over here." Oh, okay, you gonna
Oh,
live in
it's
Montgomery?
nice over here, Daddy. You got a new job? Yeah, we doing
Yeah,
okay.
we
Then
good. We
and
good.
ask a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah, and me and you know, and from our background, we don't ask a lot of questions. Your mama, your dad tell you do something, you go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Whether you agree with it or not. So that I don't think that's changed that much. I think CIF is in trouble if someone decides to take it on. People decide to back off of it and let it be. It'll be all right. But I just don't know, man. That's murky. It's real murky.
Right. Come on, Southern Cal. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going
Shout
on
out to
in
those
your?
kids, man, that lost their season, man. I wish you guys the very, very best, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I hope things work out.
Hopefully something work out. Hopefully,
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? All those kids want to do is play football.
that's all. I was gonna say that's all they want to do is play. Right. And all intents and purposes, all they want to do is get out there and
Yeah, yeah.
line up.
The parents and the other people, them the ones that are trying to get the money. Those kids, all they want to do is play football, man. They just want to play and get a scholarship. That's it. So,
Man, I'm all depressed now.
nah, don't be depressed,
You
man.
brother got me all depressed.
Yeah,
Let me go and get back in the get focused here and see what's going on.
we're gonna chop up that Kawhi Leonard issue story too.
Always a conversation about money. Oh,
I
it
mean,
always ends
we
up
talking
about
about
money.
money, man. That Kawhi Leonard situation is for the NBA is getting ready to get super ugly.
It's not a good look for anyone.
Well, for Kawhi, it's great. He ain't in trouble. He ain't asking where the money comes from. He could care less. Just give me my money.
It's what's his name? Ballmer. That's his name. Steve Ballmer.
Yes,
It's just not a. Again, this is a distraction that probably shouldn't happen. Kawhi, he don't bother nobody.
he don't even smile.
He don't
Really, he don't even laugh or
smile.
smile. He just go about his business.
He just a basketball player nerd, and that's a good thing. I say that in all due
Yeah.
respect. But man, we'll see what
Okay, so my
happens.
question. So I think you have more of a legal mind than I do. So obviously the owner put money into this company when the company was a shell company to pay Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
Um, why is that different than just paying him from the normal bankroll that he has? I don't understand why that's such a big deal. If you could explain that to me.
I don't know all the particulars in that, but I understand why Balmer did it. Maybe to make a return on his investment, right? To move money around, try to
Uh-huh.
interest rates and things of that nature. I think, and again, I'm not sure. I think Adam Silver and the NBA is saying, "Hey, man, you got to disclose where the debits and the credits are going for all transactions." And the fact that this particular transaction wasn't disclosed as something that we've got paperwork on, something that we've known. And again, I'm just making assumptions, just thinking that
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
how
yeah.
it is. Man, we got to look further into this. How come we didn't know about this organization, Aspiration? That's the name of
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
company. How come we just hearing about this right now? I don't see no stock signal. I don't see no address. I don't see no email account. I don't know who Aspiration is. So
Mhm.
it just brings up more questions. But I understand, from a financial perspective and a money management perspective,
Yeah,
Ballmer's just trying to make sure he has the assets to pay an all star
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
just putting it here, I got it's just the whole Kevin Hart thing, I got, the way my savings is set up is the same way that my checking is set up, right?
I
I
mean, I mean, I get it, and I understand. I just didn't understand. Well, why is that? I didn't understand why it was illegal. I mean, I read through the article. I was trying to figure. I was like, well, why is that so illegal if he put it in the company that he owned and it was going to pay? It pays him somehow through there.
Yeah, and
I don't see
so that's
why.
the actual statement right there. Fraudulent activity alleging market manipulation. So that's again what it is. Hey man, where is this money
But
coming and going? And we don't know, so we gonna call it something big and fancy like that until we figure it out.
that must be what it is. Because I'm like, I don't. I guess maybe I just don't have enough knowledge of the businesses. So, like I said, the law. I couldn't understand. Like, okay, why
That's
is that so
billionaire
illegal
speak too,
for him to do?
So I don't get to
Yeah,
sit at some of those
spe-
tables. That's billionaire speak right there.
Yeah. Especially like I said, it was his company. It's the owner's company. So why is that a big deal? It ain't like it was somebody else's company. It was his company. Now I know the company went bankrupt since then, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe because Kawhi Leonard's paycheck cleared all the funds and they couldn't make no more money. I don't know why, but I'm saying I don't understand. I guess I got to just wait till this kind of pans out a little bit to figure out more like why is this illegal and why it's not. I even tried to watch the guy that broke the story. He was talking about it and it still didn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm just slow. Everybody, sorry. Maybe I'm just slow to understand how that.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. So
Yeah.
it's all
I
good.
just,
But no one's talking about it because no one again understand. No one's talking about it in detail because we only know at the 35,000 foot level. We all trying to
yeah.
figure out who aspiration is, why you putting money. Everyone's asking the exact same questions, and only two people know: Steve Ballmer and his money manager. Because Kawhi don't know, and he don't care, and then right. So it's Ballmer and the
What
person that's
did,
making the withdrawals and the deposits.
did you hear? This is spawning into New York's now payroll. Wondering why Brunson's money is funny. They saying Brunson's money is funny
Oh
as well.
wow,
So I'm like, man, this
man.
dude had opened up a can of worms. Figure, I mean, maybe there's something millionaires, them billionaires been doing all this time, floating money around in different places in order to pay. But now they're investigating New York as far as that situation as well too with Brunson. So this is gonna get a lot. It's gonna grow some more legs before it goes away before the season starts in October.
I don't know, man. I don't
Hey man,
know.
that's rich people problems.
But
Hey,
again,
that's
see
rich people problems.
that's
I
why
ain't
I
tripping.
can't. I don't have my ends aren't meeting like that. I don't have as many commas in my account.
Yeah, I got about 10 less.
You know,
What I got 10 less commas, man. I'm on the negative side. I'm balancing that. I'm trying to get to that zero. I'm on the negative side.
yeah, compared to these folks. So
Yeah,
it is what it is. We'll see. It's first time violation. I'm just reading the story over here. First time violation, but if they find out it's been happening more, you say that it's connected maybe to other teams as well. Pandora's box might be open here. So
yeah, man.
Adam
That's
Silver though is a good lawyer, and I wouldn't him and David Stern pretty good
they
at.
savvy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good word. They
they're
savvy,
savvy.
right? So I got a feeling Adam Silver gonna get to the bottom of this with him and his crew and figure something out. But hopefully Kawhi wasn't consciously involved in anything.
I don't think so, man. He
And,
played
and I,
basketball and couldn't
yeah,
play to the check. Yeah, he ain't worried about all that. I think the dude that blew the whistle from the ESPN magazine or whatever figured all this out. Obviously, he got some leeway to go through a whole
yeah.
deep rabbit hole to be able to come to this conclusion and do all this stuff. And now to open, like you said, open up Pandora's box. But I can guarantee you, if he's doing it as the owner, he is not the first owner to do this or didn't get this idea. I'm sure someone had to draw the pattern. I don't know if it's him. I'm not saying he's not smart enough to do it. I'm just saying this has been done somewhere in some other professional sports. I
Why
can
you?
guarantee you that.
I was gonna make a joke. The Shohei right here. You think Shohei involved in some of this?
Oh man, you already know how I feel about that dude. That
That's why I
dude,
brought it up.
Shahani boy, that boy, hey,
Them
he a
LA
beast. He a
teams.
beast of a businessman. I'm gonna tell you right now. But he'll play stupid in a minute, talking about I don't speak no English.
I don't speak
I
no
don't know
English.
what's going on. And then he gonna go ahead and bully some dudes in Hawaii for some property.
Yeah,
So
and
I
he
don't.
and him and Mark Zuckerberg buying up all the land in Hawaii, so they know what they doing.
They
No
know what's
speak
up.
English. And okay, you didn't bought up you done bought up
I,
half of the
I,
island.
I speak dollars. I speak dollars and cents. That's what he speak. So
Uh, or say they need a better laundromat. You know what I'm
yeah, they
saying?
do. Yeah, they
Man,
do.
that's crazy talk. That's crazy. I tell you what. Okay, so where we at? Where we at? The score. No, it didn't. 24-20,
See,
middle of the third.
Dallas
Heat.
just need that one. Don't let Dallas mess around and win. I'm telling y'all, Dallas win.
Oof.
Jerry Jones gonna be on every show talking mad trash.
Madness. Jerry Jones gonna be listen. He gonna be buying drinks for everybody.
Everybody getting a bonus.
Hey,
Dak
first
pull this
home
off, he gonna
game.
everybody getting the fat. Now they Tuesday checks gonna be fat.
Here's a little extra stipend. For winning
Yeah.
against the champs, we gonna get y'all an extra stipend.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk.
Rolexes for everybody because
Yeah,
We saved all that money on Michael Parsons. Hey, Rolex for everybody. We good. Don't even trip.
Oh my God, and Mike ain't even playing. All right, next story here. Let's talk about this. This is help me to explain and help me to understand what's going on in the world of professional boxing because Michael Tyson, I call him by his full name, Michael Tyson, seems like he needs to get back in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. Why is this exhibition happening? Why is Mike Tyson getting back in the ring? One, the man did not look well against Logan.
Mhm.
Floyd don't need the money either. He walking around with suitcases full of money every time he go to the mall. This is ego, bravado. Why is this happening, brother? This don't make sense that Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather are fighting.
I want to know the person that put this ticket together and was able to get them to agree to fight. Obviously, it's a money grab, man. It's got to be. It's just a money grab. It's not for the sport
Where
of
is Don? You think
boxing.
it's Don King? Someone who learned from Don King?
I don't know if they learned from Don King or somebody's a Steven, but I just this is stupid, man. And you always ask me, am I gonna watch? No, I'm not gonna watch this. I can
I don't
care
want to watch
less.
this either.
I think this is like the most stupidest thing in the world. Mike Tyson's about 70 pounds heavier than Floyd. And
Very,
if
very
he ever
true.
gets Floyd in the corner and able to hit him, Floyd was gonna go down. I'm sorry. Even at this age, he's gonna go down. Now Floyd might be able to pepper him, out jab him and box around him, but that's about it, man. He's too light. He's too light in the tail to be fighting this man. And one, if Floyd don't need the money. If Mike needs the money, Floyd, why don't you just cut him a check?
Cut him a check.
It's
Right.
like, bro, here, this is
Give
stupid.
give
Let's go
give
do an
Uncle a check.
interview. Yeah, if that's the case, because this proves nothing. Do you care who wins this fight? And
No,
does it mean anything once they win it?
this will not be something that I want to watch again because of the result, because of what Mike looked like after the last fight.
But
I,
even
d-
if you okay, let's take it the flip side. Let's say Mike looked great after the last fight. Would you want to see this fight because he outweighs Floyd Mayweather by like 60, 70 pounds?
I, it's not fair. I'm surprised that their boxing commissions or whatever even going to let
It's rigged. Me personally, I
what is
think it's
Floyd,
rigged.
right? Is he like a featherweight and
Yeah,
Mike is
it's rigged,
heavyweight?
man. It's rigged, man. There's no way. Just like Logan Paul's, I think are somewhat rigged a little bit. This is rigged. There's no need for it. So you want to bring fans back to boxing by doing these mockery fights? That doesn't make any sense. What we as boxing fans want to see, we want to see the Carnelos versus Old Boy, which is
Yeah,
supposed to be a legitimate fight.
yeah.
We want to
Real
see,
fans don't want to see this.
yeah, we want to see Shakur not fight Paul Logan. We want to see him fight somebody else. And if boxing wants to live, boxing start paying your fighters.
Ooh.
Bottom line, you better start paying your fighters because they're doing. Your champions are going out somewhere else to make money, and that doesn't make sense. Shakur is a bona fide champion, and he's going to go fight Paul Logan, somebody that weighs 60 pounds, 70 pounds more than him, because he's going to get a big payday, not because of the sport of boxing or something he loves.
This fight is
So
supposed to happen in the spring of 2026. Mike will be 60 years old.
that's a shame, bro. I mean, I ain't mad at the paycheck. I get it, but this is stupid. It's just dumb. And he's just further and further. And I know he doesn't care about his legacy at this point because Mike is Mike doing his thing.
Yeah.
But I just wish he wouldn't tarnish his legacy at all. Because when we were growing up, he's the most feared man I've ever seen, the best fighter I've ever seen in my life. Muhammad Ali, but I was really, really young. I didn't get a
Yeah,
chance to
yeah,
really
yeah.
be a fan at that point. But Mike Tyson was the greatest boxer I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that we followed his story and knew all the ups and downs that he had to go through. And, he still made it on top. He got out of prison, still made his money back. And now we're just dealing with this kind of mockery stuff to stay in entertainment. And I don't think he needs it. I would watch Mike Tyson talk show before I watch this.
Yeah, I'd watch his podcast because he
Yeah,
would
yeah.
always have something interesting. So is this a case of someone that doesn't know when to quit, right? A champion
Nah, I
that
think
doesn't
it's
know when
money
to
wise.
retire. Okay.
I think it's money. I think they're putting so much money on the table, it's hard to refuse. Right? I mean, regardless, 20 million
Mm.
is 20 million. Right? If I can get in and find an exhibition fight against somebody that's a lot smaller than me for 6 rounds for 20 million, why not do it? Business sense it makes 1,000% sense for him. us as fans in his legacy, it doesn't make any sense. Same thing with Floyd. Makes no sense, bro. You've done what no man has done in boxing before to become the greatest person and
Yeah.
be undefeated and all those stuff. Right? Why are we doing these mockery fights? Doesn't make any sense. You don't need the fame or popularity. If you want to be famous for popularity, just go on a damn reality show or start your own podcast. People gonna watch
All
it.
right. I think he
This
did
is
that
this is
before too. So yeah, I mean, this is
this is something you don't need. This is nothing neither one of them need. So I don't know, man. I won't watch it. I won't support it. I wish them both the very best and whatever they're doing, but this is not a good look for boxing because I'm a boxing fan.
yeah. This is good for the looky-loos, the social media world, right? Who because okay, looking at this, 108 million people tuned in to the Jake Paul and Tyson fight. You know that again, those looky-loos, those folks who are
Yeah.
out for brand deals or whatever the case may be, right? They're going to be watching this, and that number is probably going to skyrocket as well, twofold, threefold. But no, I'll just catch the summary on ESPN.com or
Yeah, man.
something
I
the day
mean,
after, the night after.
this isn't even a fight to bring back people to Vegas.
No,
I don't. I think a bigger fight would be bring Mayweather out of retirement to fight Pacquiao.
ooh,
That would be that's gonna draw. That's
yeah,
gonna you talking about say Vegas, that stays Vegas. Not Mike Tyson versus Mayweather. That doesn't say Vegas, that doesn't do anything. Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao getting in the ring again for one more last hurrah. That saves Vegas. That's the fight everybody would want to
that
see.
would be a good fight. That'd be a dope fight.
Especially the way Pacquiao looked in his last fight. I'll be like, whoo.
Listen, we might mess around and have to go be on the scene for that one. You know, Sleep will
So
be in the building for
yeah,
that
so
one.
I don't understand why boxing isn't pushing things like that
Yeah,
or making those issues happen instead of making these mockery fights. I understand Jake Paul. He's a social media
yeah,
guy. He's just
he's
in
doing
his
what he
life.
does.
He does what he does, and that's fine. People want to fight him, but they want a real money maker. Pacquiao versus Mayweather. That's gonna bring 100 million easily, easy with pay per view and people there. It's gonna bring 100 million easy, and everybody's gonna want to go to that fight. I don't see a lot of people wanting to go see Mike Tyson fight Mayweather. Just doesn't make sense.
I won't be in the building. I won't. But man, nah, I wish him well. I wish him well. Hopefully it doesn't happen. I don't know. Hopefully,
I hope it don't. I hope it doesn't
you
happen.
know, yeah.
I hope it
Don't
doesn't
want
happen.
don't want to wish like any health issues. I remember like what happened with Mike last time, but still, I just hope this doesn't go down. All right. Anyway, 24-20. About to be the bottom of the third quarter. About to get into the fourth. We gonna end this so we can go get our popcorn and watch the rest of this. Cause I know Marvin is over there and he's itching. He's trying to do three things at one time, and he's nervous because Dak Prescott is connecting with his wide outs. He's right scoring touchdown. He done been spit on, so the man is upset tonight. What else you got though, man? Before we bring this plane in, I know I was looking at some other stories. WNBA. It's unfortunate Caitlin Clark is out for the rest of the season, so that bring down.
Wish her
Uh,
speedy recovery. Wish her
yeah,
prayers.
yeah.
Prayers.
Obviously,
Yeah.
wanted to recover. That that brings down viewership and attendance.
No,
I'll
but your
just I'll
Paige
just
Becker girl, a Paige Becker keep balling the way she do it. Ain't gonna bring down nothing.
say that again. I told you that this was
Man,
going to
hey,
be.
she's the truth. She is the truth. I can't. I used to not. I always had her battling against Juju in college. So I always was favorite Juju and give
I
Paige Becker the
told
second
you,
nod. Paige Becker is the absolute truth, dead
rookie
truth.
MVP. Yeah,
Yes, by far.
she bad. Listen,
Yeah.
put some
Shut your
so.
mouth. Yeah. Yeah. We talking about Shaft? No, we talking about Paige. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Shut your mouth. She's a bad girl, man. She's
So,
bad.
we'll see how that works out. Hopefully, she gets rookie of the year. Uh, Healings to Caitlin on that. Again, that's a big draw. I like how the fact though, even though while she's been out, she comes out on the
Mhm.
court, goes
Yeah.
out and signs as many autographs because she knows that's why people are there. Listen, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
she knows she the face. She knows she the logo for WNBA. She got her own Wilson Ball,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
She good,
And
man.
just
I mean, man, ride the WNBA, keep riding away while you can until the
yeah,
next wave comes in. Caitlin's a star. Quit denying it and nothing to deny that she's a star. She's hurt this year. Hopefully, she can make it back at some point in the playoffs if they make the playoffs and be able to make her debut back to give it back up. But if not, I wish her a speedy recovery because I know it's a hard thing to come back from a growing injury, especially when you play with the crossovers and the speed and everything. So I wish her the best, man. Wish her the best.
Wish her the best. Come back healthy and strong for next year when Juju's out there with her, so we can have the three of them going at the same. Good Lord, when you got Juju, Paige, and Kaylin, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have all that jersey.
Hey, people talk about the NBA. The WNBA viewership is gonna catch up in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it's just too good and it's too pure of a game, and people tired of dealing with the minutes of the NBA players. They don't want to play back-to-back games and all that stuff. I mean, their complaints is gonna become a flaw, and I'm telling you, WNBA is gonna pick up a lot more views. It just needs, like I told you, if it was there at the same time as the NBA and they played before the NBA, like how you have JV varsity in high school. If the girls play before the guys, I think it'll be a wrap.
Bruh, forget arenas, it'd be stadiums, right?
Yeah.
It'd be the whole problem that Chris Brown is having right now, right? Forget arenas, it would be stadiums.
It would be a wrap, man. So it's gonna come though, man. I think if you haven't watched the WNBA game, or I know you're not a fan of it, people just don't like watching girls play basketball, man, just give it a chance and watch it. I'm telling you, you'd be absolutely surprised how good they are.
Yeah, come on over with us, right, and root for the teams.
Yeah.
All right, brother, bring us home, man. We did what we had to do.
Absolutely.
Bring us home.
Please, everybody, man. Thank you guys for tuning in and showing in. Please keep asking questions and what you guys want to see. We taking all requests. That's one thing. If you guys want us to do a story or have some comments about something, please bring it in. But again, man, say your prayers for your loved ones. Check up on your loved ones and your friends always. Hey, mental health awareness. I think we just passed by, or a month just passed by. Continue to check on people. Continue to make sure they're okay. And again, man, always say your prayers. Please, last thing, get comfortable having uncomfortable conversations because that's how we learn.
My goodness, we out, y'all.
Montel and James, bringing the heat, team no sleep, with champions meet, we're on the mic, taking over the game, no time for rest, no screaming for fame. Talking sports, breaking it down from the court to the field, all around town, we stay up all night, grinding on the mic, bringing news, real stories on the fly. Montel's got the stats, James got the flow, together we're two and ready to blow, from NBA to NFL, in the MLB.